Long ago, in a land rich with forests and traditions, there lived a spider named Alárá. Alárá was no ordinary spider. He was known throughout the Yoruba lands for his great wisdom. He had traveled far and wide, listening to the whispers of the wind, observing the patterns of the rain, and learning the secrets of the stars. But despite his knowledge, Alárá had one flaw: he was proud. He believed he could become even greater if he kept all the wisdom of the world to himself. One day, Alárá decided to gather all the knowledge he had ever learned and store it in a pot. He spun a large pot from silk and clay, and every night, under the light of the moon, he whispered into it. He spoke of the mysteries of the earth, the ways of the skies, and the hidden stories of the spirits. Over time, the pot began to glow faintly, filled with the light of everything he had learned. As Alárá admired his work, he thought, "Now that I have all this wisdom, I must hide it where no one else can find it." He looked around the forest and decided to climb the tallest iroko tree he could find. There, he planned to hand the pot far out of reach of anyone else. The next morning, Alárá tied the heavy pot to his chest and began climbing the tree. The pot swung awkwardly as he struggled to hold on to the rough bark. His legs slipped, and his grip weakened under the weight. Alárá grew frustrated, determined to reach the top, but the pot made every movement difficult. As he climbed, one of his children, a small spiderling, watched from below. The spiderling was curious and called out, "Father, why are you tying the pot to your chest? If you tie it to your back, it will be much easier to climb." Alárá froze. His child's simple suggestion surprised him. How had he, with all his wisdom, not thought of such an obvious solution? Grumbling, he climbed back down, untied the pot from his chest, and fastened it to his back. When he started climbing again, the journey became much easier. When Alárá reached the top of the tree, he sat on a branch and stared at the glowing pot on his back. For the first time, he felt uneasy. His child's advice lingered in his mind. How could someone who knew so little have helped him, the wisest spider in the land? At that moment, Alárá realized the profound truth: no one, no matter how wise, can know everything. Wisdom grows when it is shared, and everyone, no matter how small, has something to teach. With this realization, Alárá climbed down from the tree and returned to the village. He gathered the people and creatures of the forest, placed the pot in the center, and opened it. A bright golden light spilled out, illuminating the forest and touching everyone present. Each person felt the light fill them with new knowledge: how to farm better, how to sing songs that brought the rain, and how to read the stars. But the magic did not stop there. Inspired by Alárá's gift, the people began sharing their own knowledge with each other. They taught one another how to weave intricate patterns, how to heal with herbs, and how to tell stories that kept their history alive. The community grew stronger, united by the wisdom they shared. From that day on, Alárá was remembered not for hoarding knowledge, but for sharing it. The Yoruba people learned an important lesson: wisdom is like a spider's web; it becomes stronger and more beautiful when it connects everyone. And so, the story of Alárá, the spider, reminds us all that true greatness lies not in what we keep for ourselves, but in what we share with the world. The story of Alárá, the spider, teaches us that wisdom is not meant to be hidden or hoarded; it is meant to be shared. Among the Yoruba people, knowledge is a gift that strengthens the community when passed from one generation to the next. This lesson is universal. Across all nations and cultures, true progress comes when we work together, sharing what we know to uplift one another. Let us remember, wisdom, like a spider's web, becomes stronger when it connects us all.